Welcome everyone. Series 194 is on the air. This is historical baseball matchup on YouTube TV. Glad you are here. It is Out of the Park Baseball 21 that presents these matchups for us, randomly chosen for your enjoyment. And I am honored to be your host as we face off two very good teams this time. Another inter-franchise matchup, but two winning teams in the Pittsburgh Pirates past. And I think it's very interesting to see how things will play out. Two of the best teams, actually, in Pirate history playing off against each other and randomly chosen to do so. So I want to go ahead and introduce both these teams and show you what I'm talking about as far as greatness, as far as stars. We'll have it all. The first team introduced is the 1970 Pittsburgh Pirates. This Pirate team won it all in 71. In 70, they made it to the NLCS, but were swept, by the Cincinnati Reds, 3-0, but they won 89 games, led by Danny Murtaugh. The Pirates of this era were a very good team, much underrated and unappreciated, but they did become champions, and the core of that championship team, of course, is here. So let's introduce them. Roberto Clemente, the great one, 35 years old here. He hit .352 at 35. He was able to hit 14 and drive in 60, but he had 10 triples, 22 doubles, slugged .556, just an incredible year. He had 145 hits, didn't play every day, but just about did it all here for the Pirates. And along with Clemente, you have Willie Stargell, who hit .264, drove in 85, he hit 31 home runs. And Bill Mazeroski with his glove struggled a bit there at second base, .229 for him, 7 and 39 the numbers. Looking beyond that, Matty Alou in center field, .297, 47 RBIs. He led the team in steals with only 19. Richie Hebner at third base, 22 years old, .290 for Hebner. A good start for the youngster in his career. Manny Sanguillen, a very good catcher, .325. Yes, that is a very impressive average for a catcher. 61 driven in for Sanguillen. Very good. Bob Robertson at first base, .287 with 27 bombs. Robertson, a very impressive year as well at first base, and Gene Alley, the shortstop, that got most of the action there. Glove man hit only .244, but Al Oliver, he's the utility man, and a very good one at that. 83 RBIs, we'll see much of him, I'm sure. .270 average for Oliver, 23 years old, wonderful player. Freddie Patek and Jose Pagan adding to the talent and the deep options for Murtaugh and the Pirates. A very good lineup. An excellent defensive team. Sanguillen, Stargell, Clemente, Hebner. It gets pretty good when you look at this batting order. But of course, Clemente, the true star of the show, one of the baseball legends, and he will lead this side. Pitching-wise, we see Bob Veal here with a 10 and 15 record at .392. He got the most starts at 32, but can't say it was an excellent year for Veal. The lefty struggled a bit. Doc Ellis at 25 years old, 13 and 10 with a .321 and 30 starts, over 200 innings for Ellis. He struck out 128 while Veal was at 178. Steve Blass, he would win Game 7 of the World Series in 71, but this is before that, 10 and 12 with a .352. We'll see how he does in any big games he pitches in, and Bob Moose might get some starts, 11 and 10 with a .399 for Moose. Not too bad. He did allow 14 long ones. Dave Giusti, he had 26 saves, 9 and 3, .306 for Giusti. Luke Walker, the lefty out there, and Joe Gibbon, another supportive lefty, got in 41 games with Bruce Del Canton. So the pitching, led really by Doc Ellis, I would say. Not bad. You can see pretty good all around. The 70 Pirates had a lot of tools and a lot of players that you will recognize. They did move from Forbes Field to Three Rivers Stadium during 1970, so they'll use the Three Rivers Stadium turf as their home field. Now their opponents, 20 years later, the 1990 Pittsburgh Pirates, another very good team, one of the best, if not the best in Pirate history, 95 and 67, first in the NL East. They were the favorites against the Reds, but they lost it in 6 in the NLCS. Just like the 70 team lost to the Reds, this team lost as well to the Reds. The Reds, of course, went on to win it all in 90. Jim Leland was leading the team that ran away with the NL East, and he really had this team cooking. Now, the talent is surrounded with one name, I guess you could say, Barry Bonds at 25 years old. Wonderful year for Bonds, 301, 33 and 114, and 52 steals, 32 doubles. Bonds really coming into his own at 25 years old. The pre-roids Bonds, the pre-speculation Bonds, just a wonderful athlete and player. I would say this is when Bonds was really at his best here with these Pirates. Andy Van Slyke, he hit 284, a good player, 77 RBIs for him, and a nice defensive center fielder. And Bobby Bonilla, a big bat in this order, 280 for him, 120 driven in, 32 home runs. Bonilla and Bonds creating quite the tandem here for this team. Spanky, the catcher, Lavalier, the lefty, he hit 258. Sid Bream at first base, 270, 15 at 67 for Bream. Jose Lind and Jay Bell up the middle, both dependable players, although Bell tended to strike out quite a bit. Still, their defense was pretty good. And Jeff King at 245, the hot corner man, 14 and 53 for King. Not the best third base numbers, but he contributes as well. Wally Backman, 30 years old, coming off of that Mets run. He joined the Pirates and did pretty good, 292 there, and he had 21 doubles. Gary Redus with some speed, 11 steals for Redus, and R.J. Reynolds at 31 years old. He also was a little bit of a Pirate veteran here who brought some depth. Rafael Belliard also there. So, pitching-wise, they're led by an outstanding year by Doug Drabek, 22 and 6, 276, the Cy Young Award winner, 3 shutouts, 9 complete games. He went 230 plus, allowed only 15 homers, and struck out 131 while walking only 56. Wonderful year for Drabek. He really provided a lot for this team and Jim Leyland. John Smiley came right back, the lefty, but he struggled a bit. 25 starts at 464. He allowed 15 long ones in only 149 innings. Neil Heaton, 12 and 9. Also a lefty. He was at 345. Heaton not bad. And the veteran there, Bob Walk, at 33 years old. 7 and 5 for Walk. Still getting it done. Very good control pitcher. 36 walks for Walk in 129 innings. Walt Terrell and Randy Tomlin also got some starts. I'm not sure we'll see either of them. In the pen, Bill Landrum, 13 saves, but Leland really used the whole committee here for saves. Bob Patterson, the lefty, Bob Kipper, Stan Belinda, all getting their chance to produce out of the pen. And then there's Zane Smith. He also got 10 starts. Not bad at all for Smith until injury caught up to him. He had a 1.30 ERA. We'll see if he makes an appearance. So the 90 Pirates, division champs, very good ball club, and the star power is there. And really, when you look at the series, what else can you say? If you just take 2 stars alone, Roberto Clemente against Barry Bonds, what else would you ask for? As those 2 players got to be in everyone's top 10 or 15 of all time. Superstars for sure. So this makes for an outstanding series. I'm excited. I think it's wonderful these 2 inter-franchise teams got drawn together. All the games will be played in Pittsburgh, of course, and all the games will be played at Three Rivers Stadium. Of course, some adjustments happened later in 90 to the park, but it's the same venue. The turf is still there. And, of course, the 90 team will actually get batter's wraps. They'll bat in the bottom of the innings here for the first 2 games because they had the better record. So Leland side, technically, the home team. So a lot of excitement here. Series 194, 2 Pirate teams, 2 of the best Pirate teams going at each other. Here it is, the 1970 Pittsburgh Pirates against the 1990 Pirates in a best-of-7. Looking at the Game 1 situation before we head to the field, Doc Ellis will take the mound against the ace of the 90 team, Doug Drabek. So, as we will for the entire series, let's head out to Three Rivers Stadium and get this series started. All the anticipation, Pirate heaven here as these 2 teams battle it out. Game 1 coming up now, live. Opening game ready to start. Big River Stadium is our venue. And there's a strikeout. Drabek starts the game in fine fashion. And now we got 2 men on, top of the first for Richie Hebner. And Hebner hits it deep to center field. That ball way back there to the wall. Goodbye. Home run. Richie Hebner comes through here big time to start this game off in the first inning. 3-0, 70 Pirates. What a start indeed. To the fourth we go now, men on the corners for Don Slot. And Slot's going to hit this one to center field. That one's going to drop for a hit. So the home team gets on the board here. They get a RBI single by Slot. Our score now is 4-1. Doc Ellis facing Jay Bell now. And this one's hit to center field. That should be playable. It is caught out there for the out. Drake now facing Robertson. And this one's hit deep to left field, to the wall, over the fence, home run. Robertson is 5-1 now in favor of the visitors. Robertson takes Drabick deep, and Drabick having a rough outing here, to say the least. And Richie Hebner now the hitter. He's already gone deep, and this one's hit deep now, to the wall. Hebner with another one. Goodbye here in the 5th inning. Home run number 2, back-to-back go the Pirates. And it is now 6-1 as they are pulling all ahead. It's 10-1 as we reach the 9th inning. Jose Lean the hitter. And this one's popped up. It should be caught. It will be, and the visitors come in and take care of business emphatically, winning the opener 10-1. Walloping Doug Drabick, and Doc Ellis gets the win as the older Pirates come out with fire in their eyes. Richie Hebner, what a game. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored for Hebner. Robertson also went deep with 2 RBIs, and Ellis pitched the 8 innings with 8 Ks. Very good work. Only 1 earned run, walked only 2, and 15 hits for the 70 Buccos. Ellis with the win. Drabick got hammered pretty good, and Hebner is the player of the game with his fine performance. This one was over early. 3 runs in the first inning for the visitors with a home run from Hebner. He would come back and hit another, and the game was wrapped up with not much drama. So a perfect start for the 70 club, and the 90 club needs to try to rebound as their ace got hit around the ballpark. John Smiley, now the lefty, will take the mound for the 90 Pirates as they try to salvage a game on their theoretical home field against Bob Veal. So game 2 now, ready to go. Let's see if we can get a more competitive ball game as the 70 Pirates and the 90 Pirates continue to tangle. Out to Three Rivers for game 2. Heading down to the ball yard, Smiley's on the mound. And this one's hit to third. Play is made there for the opening out by the back. We move to the bottom of the first now. Second and third for Bonilla. Only 1 out. And Bonilla will hit it to third. Man coming home. He will score. So the home team takes the lead on the Bonilla RBI 1-0. We move to the fourth with Stargell at the plate. Stargell hits a long drive deep to right. This is going to tie it up. Stargell with a home run, making it 1-1. He got all of that, and Smiley made a mistake to the big outfielder. We are even now as we move now into the continuing, I should say, the 4th inning. Manny Sanguillen up there with the man on, and Sanguillen is going to put that just inside the line and right. This one's going to be trouble. Sanguillen with the double. So runners now second and third for Al Oliver. And Oliver will pop it up here with 2 outs, so he's not going to get the job done. Catch is made out there by Bonds, and we remain tied at 1. To the 5th, here's Stargell again, who's hit the home run. Man on. This one's dribbled in front of the mound. Tough play. It's going to be late. Stargell with an infield hit. So 2 outs now for Clemente. And Clemente will line a single to center. He comes through, the clutch player that he is. Singles up the middle. But we have now bases loaded for Robertson. 2 outs in a huge spot in this ball game. Smiley delivers. This one's looped. It might drop. But a nice play there by Backman. He goes and gets it and salvages the inning. The 70 team strands. The bases loaded. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Now Jay Bell in a 1-1 game. Bell will go deep to right. This might break the tie. It's off the wall, however. Bell just misses a home run. But he is thinking 3. And he has a triple here in the 5th inning. So a chance for the home team to go up as Lean comes to the plate. Lean will line one down the line. It is fair. And the 90 Pirates take the lead on the Jose Lean hit here. A double for the second baseman. 2-1 now our score. To the 8th inning. Smiley holding on with this lead. Stargell, who already homered. Let's see here. He comes through with the single up the middle. So a leadoff hit for Stargell. Leland might be thinking the bullpen here, but Clemente's the hitter. And Clemente will line a single to left field, so with nobody out, here come the 70 Pirates. Bob Robertson at the plate. And he hits it too short. And it's bobbled. A huge error there at shortstop. Jay Bell, a devastating error. It was a tailor-made double play. He could not get it done. And Hebner's going to fly this one to right. Let's see if there's a play at the plate. It's too shallow. The runner holds. Stargell not with the greatest speed anyway. And here's Sanguillen now. He will hit it to third. Play made at the plate. They get the force play. A nice play there by Bell. He tries to redeem himself. I should say Backman makes the play, not Bell. And now with 2 outs, Al Oliver with the final chance. Can Smiley work out of it? He cannot. Base hit up the middle. What a clutch hit here by Al Oliver. Goes back up the middle. 2-run score, and the game is flipped on its head. The error coming back to bite the 90 Pirates. It is 3-2 now. We move to the bottom of the 8th. Smiley the hitter. His team down a run. He will pop it up to center. Great play there in center field by Oliver. Nice play. So with 1 out, here's Van Slyke. Beal's still in the game. Van Slyke will walk with 1 out. And it is now Wally Backman who's going to face the closer, Dave Giusti. But Backman doesn't care. He goes the other way with the single. So we got men on first and second, 1 out. And here's Barry Bonds. His biggest spot of the series so far, but this is hit to second. There you have a force at second. So Bonds cannot come through, but Bonilla has a chance with 2 outs, full count. Here it comes. Fly ball, center field. Here comes Oliver. He's got it. 3-2 lead, holding up here for the 70 side. We move to the 9th. Stargell trying to add to the lead. He will line a single to right field. So with 1 out, we got runners first and second. Now they're loaded for Bob Robertson. And there's a walk, so forcing in a run here, making it 4-2. Bill Landrum having all types of trouble, and Richie Hebner has come up. Hebner goes deep to center. This will be caught, but it should be deep enough. A runner's going to tag. The throw is going to be late. And it is 5-2 now. It's a 3-run lead as we move to the bottom of the 9th. Giusti facing Bell. And this one's hit hard, but out there and over the head of the right fielder. So Bell is going to have extra bases. He will look for 3. And he will make it all the way into 3. That's his second triple of the day. Jay Bell, an amazing accomplishment there. Let's see if Lee can drive him in with 2 outs. But this is hit up the middle, a play by the shortstop, and there you have it. 3-2. The 70 Pirates have taken a commanding lead. They won this one coming from behind. Did it in the 8th and the 9th inning. You can see there where it really fell apart. The error there by Jay Bell was crucial. It allowed the door to be open for the 70 Pirates, and they stepped right through. Willie Stargell, 4 for 5. He had a home run. Veal gets the win. He goes 7+. And Clemente, 4 for 4. A heck of a game for Clemente. Giusti gets the save. And Smiley, the hard luck loser, he was pitching a gem in the 8th. And if he got that double play, the story might have been completely different. So the 70 Pirates make the most of their opportunities and go up 2-0 over the 90 Pirates after 2 full games. And the series now moves to game number 3, where the 70 team will be the home team against the 90 visitors, who are reeling now and need a comeback of sorts. Especially this game 3 is crucial for them not to get into a devastating hole. Randy Tomlin will take the mound against Steve Blass. It'll be an interesting pitching matchup, and at least the Pirates know they're not really the road team. I mean, they're playing in their home park, although they will not bat last, of course, and we'll see if their luck changes in game 3. So it's all 70 Pirates now. Let's take a gander to game 3 and see what transpires next. The 90 team under pressure. Will Randy Tomlin be the man and the stopper to get them a win? Let's head out to the action now from Three Rivers. Play right back to the mound as we start getting under 3. Sid Bream ahead in the second inning. Bream will go to third. A nice play there by the third baseman. But the ball gets away. The throw is not true, and Bream will run into second base with Don Slott at the plate. And Slott rips it to center. That'll get over the center fielder's head, so the visitors will go up 1-0 here on the Slott double off of Steve Blass. 2 outs, runners on the corners for Vance Lake. He takes ball 4. So with 2 outs, the base is full for Wally Backman. And Backman will line a single to right field. That's going to score more runs here for the visitors. 2-run single. It's 3-0 90 Pirates to the third. Bream up again. And Bream rips it to left opposite field. Home run for Sid Bream. It's 4-0. He goes the other way. And the 90 team has a good start here. It's 5-2 into the 8th. Fred Cambria, the pitcher against Vance Lake. Nobody out. And Vance Lake hits this one into right. That'll be a single. Now we got runners second and third for Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla rips it deep to right, way back to the wall. Home run. Bonilla, 3-run homer. 8-2. The 90 Pirates responding very well here in game number 3. Murdering the home team. Here's Clemente. And Clemente is going to give the fans something to cheer about. This is off the top of the wall. Clemente heading to third. Look at him run at 35 years old. Everything's still in the tank for Clemente here. A triple. 9-4, bottom of the 9th. Gene Alley, the hitter. Here's the pitch by Palacios. This is hit back to the mound. Play made. And game over. 9-4 the final. The 90 Pirates determined to get back into the series. The visiting team has won every single game. Bonilla 2 for 5 with 3 RBI. Slot 3 for 4. He got things started well in the second inning. And Sid Bream also had a nice game. 2 for 4, a home run, 2 runs scored. Blast the loser. And Tomlin gets the win, as the 14-hit effort from the 90 Pirates is the difference. Again, Bream with the home run as well as Bonilla. So the series continues here. We move to game number 4. It's a whole different ball game now as the Pirates of 1990 have won their first game and made a series of it. Let's see if they can catch the 70 team. Does any home team want to win? So far it's been all the visitors. Bob Walk, the veteran, will take the mound for the 90 Pirates against Bob Moose. The Battle of the Bobs here in game number 4. It's another big one. Of course, they're all big. And we'll see here if the Pirates can be the first home team to win. And it would be a big one, as it would give them 3 wins in the series. So let's get out live now once again. Where else? Three Rivers Stadium for game number 4. Van Slyke, the hitter, against Bob Moose here in the first inning. And Van Slyke goes to the shortstop. Play will be made, so game 4 has started. We got 2 on here for Bobby Bonilla and 1 out. Bonilla will rip this in again. It's going to open the scoring here. The 90 Pirates take the lead again. And Bonilla using his slugs and his speed to get a triple. 2-0 to score. A big hit and play by the Pirate slugger. And Jay Bell up now. It is 3-0 with the man on first. And this one is lifted now down the line. Fair into right field. Let's see if it scores another run. Bell with the double. Bream heads to third. It is 4-0 now to score. 4 big runs for the 90 Pirates in the very first inning to support Bob Walk, who lets one go here to Clemente, and Roberto bangs it over the wall, just over the fence, 4-1, trying to get his team back in contention here in this game and get some fire in them. We're in the 4th, however. Runners second and third for Van Slyke. Only 1 out. The 90 Pirates a chance to open it up even more. And there it is. Van Slyke will score 2 more with a double here. And he's thinking 3. Boy, has this series seen a lot of triples. There's another one. A 2-run triple by Van Slyke. It is 6-1. The visiting team doing it again, and it's 7-2 into the 9th. Andy Van Slyke, the hitter here in the top of the inning. He's had another big game. What a series he's having, and he does it again. Into that alley once more. Will it be another triple? It looks like it. Van Slyke to third. His second triple of the game. And now to the bottom of the 9th with 1 on. It's Mazeroski facing Palacios. This is to third, out at second, relay to first, double play. The 1990 Pittsburgh Pirates turn the tables. After losing 2 at home, they win 2 on the road, and the visiting team has won all 4 games. Of course, who knows who's visiting and who's not? These 2 ball clubs share the same ballpark, so it's not all that surprising that the visiting teams are doing so well, but it is what it is. The visiting team's winning every game. After 4, we are even, 2 games apiece. And you can see here, Bob Walk gets the win. He's been so good for the Pirates throughout his career, and he comes through again today. Clemente for the losing side had a home run and a run. Jay Bell, 3 for 4, a double, and an RBI, trying to make up for that big error he made at the start of the series. It's all erased right now. It's 2 games apiece. It becomes a best of 3, I should say, series. These 2 Pirate teams that are 2 of the best Pirate teams in history, having a tight series as one might expect, back and forth. And game number 5 now, it's the game 1 starters back at it. Doug Drabeck against Doc Ellis. Ellis definitely the better of the two in Game 1, but it's a whole new story now as the series is all even and we look at Game 5 for the tiebreaker. So, the last home game theoretically here for the 70 Pirates. Let's head out to Three Rivers again as which team will take the lead in this series after a good performance by the 90 team to come back after they lost the first two games. So out to Three Rivers we go as this exciting series continues. So very competitive. Doc Ellis back on the mound here. Let's see what transpires. 2 open the game to Van Slyke.
Strike 3.
There's a strikeout. Van Slyke looking at strike 3. So 2 to 3rd, a scoreless game for Jose Lean. Ellis delivers and Lean will go to short. Play made there. Pretty routine double play by the home team. So we are scoreless as we move to the 4th. Backman on second and Bonilla the hitter. Bonilla goes through the hole. Let's see if they send Backman here. Backman to 3rd. He's going to put the brakes on there, and Sid Bream has a chance with 2 outs. Bream goes to 2nd. Play is made, and that will do it. So the scoreless game remains now to the 5th. The pitcher Ellis at the plate here against Dravic. He's been much better this game, but he does allow a hit to the pitcher. And we got 1st and 2nd here with 2 outs for Gene Alley in a huge spot. The runners are going. Here's a fly to center. Should be playable. It is. Van Slyke has it, and our scoreless tie is moving into the late innings. 6th inning here for Van Slyke. Van Slyke rips it here. Will it be a hit? Yes. Van Slyke with a single here in the 6th. So he's on for Wally Backman. Backman will line a ball to short. Tough play. And late at first. That's a very difficult infield play to make. So runners 1st and 2nd. Barry Bonds at the plate. Nobody out. Doc Ellis delivering. Strikeout. Bonds out swinging. Bonds struggling a bit in this series. Here's Bonilla with 1 out. Bonilla rips another single. Bonilla isn't doing anything but struggling. He comes through here with a base hit. And that means now the bases are loaded for Sid Bream with only 1 out in the scoreless tie. And Bream goes to first. Play made at home. They get the force. So that's the 2nd out of the inning. And Don Slott has a chance to be a hero here with 2 outs. Slott will hit it hard and into the corner. That might clear the bases. It is down into the corner for Slott. 1 run in, 2 runs in. It is 2-0 now in favor of the 90 Pirates. Don Slott, I should say the 70 Pirates. Don Slott with a clutch hit. And we move now to the bottom of the 6th. Stargell on first. Robertson the hitter. This is line to center field. That'll be a 1-out hit here with a man on and a man moving the 3rd. So Stargell takes advantage. Runners on the corners for Richie Hebner. Hebner goes into the gap. That'll get down for an extra base hit. 1 run in. Hebner headed to 2nd. Runner headed home. He's going to score. And this game is tied at 2 thanks to the Richie Hebner double. And Hebner now on 2nd, hoping to be the go-ahead run. Sandian will single to left. Hebner will hold up there with 1 out. So Dravic trying to get out of this thing, but Al Oliver now has a big chance. And Oliver will pop it up. That should be playable. It's going to be an infield fly. 2 outs for Bazarowski. And that's ball 4. So Dravic now in a huge jam. The base is loaded for Doc Ellis. They won't pitch hit for him. But he goes to short. Play should be made. It is. So getting out of the jam, well, there's Dravic. The game remains tied at 2. To the 8th inning. Top of the 8th. Backman lines this one for a hit. So Backman having a good game. And Barry Bonds the hitter. Bonds goes deep here to left field to the wall. It is caught out there. Not enough for that one. Starker's got it. So Backman up there now as Bonilla's up, who's been red hot. And Bonilla goes deep to right, to the wall. Home run! Bobby Bonilla, what a game he's having. He just took it over the fence against Doc Ellis, and it is 4-2, 1990 Pirates. Thanks in great part to this slugging right fielder, Bobby Bonilla. To the ninth we go. Jay Bell the hitter. Ellis still in the game. And a single for Bell up the middle. He's had a hot bat during this series. 2 outs here with Bell on second for Van Slyke. Van Slyke will line a single to center. Let's see if Bell's going to come around. He will. Big insurance run indeed. It is 5-2 for Jim Leyland's team. We move bottom of the ninth with 2 outs for Manny Alou. Facing Bill Landrum. Here's a grounder to second. Leland has it. 3 games in a row for the 90 Pirates. They take this one 5-2 and are 1 game away from ending this series. What a turnaround. They lost the first 2 at home, but have run a string of 3 in a row as the visiting team, and now they are in the driver's seat, folks, as Bobby Bonilla was 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, a homer. He's been red hot. Drabick gets the win. He turns things around and pitches well. 2 earned runs in 8 innings. Ellis struggled a bit. 5 earned runs with 10 hits allowed. And Bonilla stung him badly with the go-ahead 2-run homer in the 8th inning. Landrum the save. And now this series, moving to Game 6, has completely turned on its head. It is the 1990 club that has a chance to be the first team to win at home and go ahead and end this series in 6. Looking at some of the numbers, you can see Clemente, what a series he's having. Hebner's driven in 7, but Bonilla at 368 with 2 homers and 8 RBIs. And you can see here Barry Bonds only 238 with no RBIs and no homers so far in the series, but things can change quickly. Still, the Pirates really don't care about individual numbers. They just want to wrap it up, and they're going to give the ball to John Smiley to do so, who was a hard-luck loser the last time out. He'll face Bob Veal, who pitched well, and they really need him now, the 70 team, to keep this series alive and force a Game 7. So will we see a Game 7, or will the 90 Pirates win 4 in a row and put this series to bed? Let's find out as the Battle of the Pirates comes to a conclusion here. Let's see, will we see a Game 7? Somehow I have a feeling we will, but there's only one way to find out. Moving now to the field, let's see what happens between these two very competitive teams that have really put on a good series thus far. Game 6 coming up. Here's a ground ball to second, and Game 6 has started. To the second inning, Richie Hebner up with a man out. Coming to a line of single past the second baseman. Runner moving to third. Here comes a throw. It's going to be late, so it's first and third. With nobody out, here for Manny Sanguillen. And Sanguillen hits it hard and deep to right field off the top of the wall. He just missed a 3-run homer by inches, but he's still going to make the most of it here. All the way now to third base with a triple. 2-0 the score. 6-0. 70 Pirates. To the 5th inning. Gene Alley at the plate as the 70 team wants to pour more on, and they will do just that. That ball past the second baseman. Another run. And it is now 2 runs that come home. 8-0. What a route we got going, unexpected. And the home team trying to do something here, as Veal's going to walk the man, so there's 2 out with nobody on for Lean. Lean, they'll go to short. Play made at second, the only play they can make. So 8-0 with first and second. Here's a walk in the 6th inning, so the base is loaded for Jay Bell. Bell looks at strike 3. Veal got him there with a great pitch. And the 8-0 game becomes 9-0 into the 9th inning. John Cangelosi now facing Jim Nelson. This is popped up. What an emphatic win by the 70 team. They shut out the Pirates of 1990. 9-0. The streak of road wins continues as every single game has been won by the road team. Quite an oddity which we have not seen before, but this one was emphatic, folks. Bob Veal, 7 strong innings, 9 Ks. Mazeroski, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Al Oliver, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 3 runs scored. It was 4 runs in the 2nd inning off Smiley, 2 more in the 3rd, and it was good night from there. Veal with a great game. They needed it, and 20 hits, 2-0 for the 70 team as they really put this game out of question and won emphatically going away. And as we predicted, it is now Game 7. 1 game to determine which Pirate team is the best of them all. The 70 team versus the 90 team. Back and forth we have gone, and we mentioned it at the start of the series. Would Steve Blass play a part? And here he is in the biggest Game 7 of them all. Blass will take the mound. We know his history in Game 7 if you know something about the 71 World Series. He's the man again. So I would give edge here 70 Pittsburgh with Blass on the mound. Randy Tomlin, the man who can prove me and everyone else wrong by winning and being the first home team to win, as he'll take the mound for the 90 team. So 1 game, can a home team actually win, or will it be a straight Pirate road sweep throughout this series? We'll find out. Either way, sit back and enjoy Game 7. Nothing quite like it. Here we go. The Battle of the Pirate Greats coming up. Let's head out to where else? Three River Stadium for the finale and the drama of a final game. Full house, of course. We're ready to go. Tomlin pitching for the home team. And this one's popped up high in the right field. It'll be caught. Game 7, folks. We kicked it off and ready to go now. We move to the 3rd. 2 outs with a man on first. And Willie Stargell at the plate. He knows something about big games. That's a fair ball down the left field line. Runner moving to 3rd. He's going to score. And it is 1-0 on the Stargell double for the 70 Pirates. They take the lead, giving Blass the advantage, and Robertson wants even more with 2 outs, a full count. There's ball 4 outside. So the base is loaded. A crucial point here for Richie Hebner. Can Tomlin work out of it? Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to first. Play made there, so it stays 1-0. Tomlin limits the damage. We move now to the bottom of the 3rd. Backman up with a man on. Backman continues his hot hitting. He's been going opposite field the whole series, it seems like. Runner moving to 3rd, and we got 2nd and 3rd with 1 out here in the 3rd inning for the home team. And Barry Bonds finally in a huge spot. Let's see if he can come through. 3-2 the pitch. He drills it to right. That'll drop in there. A huge hit for Barry Bonds. He comes through when they need him to tie the game 1-1. And Bonilla has a chance to give his team the lead. He will hit it hard over the head of the left fielder. Bonds coming around 3rd. No one's going to stop him. Bonilla a triple. And the 90 team will take the lead here 3-1. As Bobby Bonilla proves that he is all about the big game. A huge triple as the fans go crazy here. It's 4-1. Let's see if the 70 team can come back. Al Oliver drills it to center field with a man on. So Oliver's got extra bases. The tying run now coming to the plate here in the 4th inning, and Mazeroski. This is popped up, however. Running out to get it. Nobody can get it. The ball drops in. Unbelievable. It's a hit. 4-2 to score. I thought Bell would have had it. He did not, and he's had a tough defensive series. Runners on the corners now for the pitcher Blast. He misses the bunt for a strike. So Gene Alley now with the man on second and one out. He drills it to right field. Let's see if they send the runner. Yes, they will. He's safe. Alley with an RBI, and they've come back now. 4-4, the 70 team has fought back. We are even again, and here's Stargell. We're only in the fourth inning. Stargell goes deep to center. Could it be? Way back. Willie Stargell gives the 70 Pirates the lead with a long home run of 430 feet. Home run number 2 for Stargell. He's here to play now in Game 7, putting his team back on top. We move to the 6th. Oliver on second for Gene Alley. This one's lined to right. Another hit. Runner heading to home from third. He's safe. Oliver scores 6-4, our score to the 7th. And the 70 team looking to pull away. Manny Sanguillen up with nobody out, and he drives a single to left field. 1 run in. Another man going to score. Ball gets away. It is 8-4. 1970 Pirates blowing this thing open. We move to the 9th. 8-4 our score with 2 outs for Barry Bonds. Let's see if Luke Walker can close it down. Fly ball to left field. This is going to do it. The 70 Pittsburgh Pirates have won the series in 7 games. They defeat the 90 Pirates here 8-4, and the road visiting team winning every game of the series. An unprecedented result, but that's what happened here. You can never predict how these series are going to go, and the visiting team won each and every game. Willie Stargell, he stepped up in Game 7. What else is new? The clutch player that he is, 3 for 4, a double, 2 RBIs. Bonilla capping off an unbelievable series, but they come up short, and his team comes up short despite his good game. He had a big triple in this one. And Gene Alley, 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. It was the 6th and 7th innings that turned it around after the game was tied up at 4. Pittsburgh takes the lead on the Stargell homer, and they pad their lead thanks to some spotty defense and a good clutch hitting performance. Blast gets the win. He must love Game 7s. He comes through, and that's why this out-of-the-park baseball simulation is so amazing. It seems like the clutch players step up when the clutch games come along. Tomlin takes the loss. A battle of Pirate teams goes to the 70 team. The 90 team, just like in real life, they lose a heartbreaking playoff series. It doesn't go their way. Looking at the numbers, look at Clemente, 14 for 30 for him, 2 RBIs, 467. Willie Stargell, 3 RBIs, 2 home runs, both home runs in Game 7. He ended with a 387 average. Mazeroski at 33-33. We see there Gene Alley had 10 hits, and even Richie Hebner hit 300 with 8 RBIs to lead his team. Pitching-wise, Bob Veal got 2 wins. He was 2-0. 16 strikeouts for him. Doc Ellis, 1-1, 3.18 ERA. He struck out 14. Steve Blass had a rough start, but came right back and won the all-important Game 7. 17 hits allowed, but he got the win. Struck out 9 for his 2 starts. John Lamb struggled a bit. You can see there some of the bullpen arms not great for the 70 team, but their starters definitely came and performed well when needed. Bob Walk pitched well, but looking at the hitting side of things, Bobby Bonilla, 10 RBIs. He hit 400 in the series with 2 home runs. Van Slyke, 345. Don Slott drove in 5. He hit 333. Jeff King, 250 in his limited action. Barry Bonds, only 233. Not the series Bonds would have hoped for. Only 1 RBI. Bream with 3, and you can see it goes from there. Jose Lean struggling in the series as well as Wally Backman. The pitching, Walk, as we mentioned, had a good game. Drabick 1-1 with a 6 ERA. Not the series and performance the Cy Young Award winner wanted. John Smiley, even worse, he got hammered in game number 6. And from there, Tomlin, of course, the big loss in game 7. He had an ERA over 7, which cost the 90 team in the end. Pitching was the difference. They got shut out in game 6 by Bob Veal, who led that effort. And then in game 7, it was 8-4 as the Pirate offense came through against Randy Tomlin. So it wasn't meant to be for Jim Leyland and his side. They just couldn't win the big game. And the road team, as we mentioned, won each and every one of these efforts. MVPs, we're going to go ahead and give it to Roberto Clemente because he hit quite well, played great defense as always, and as the leader of the team, he deserves credit. 487, 14 hits, a double, a triple, a homer, 2 RBIs, 4 runs scored. He got on base over half the time at 515. And of course, we know how great he is in right field, controlling the game throughout. Bob Veal, of course, he might deserve credit as well. I won't argue with that. He had an outstanding series and probably deserves consideration as well. But Clemente is all about what this 1970 team is and what it stands for. So that is it. It was a battle of Pirate teams that went the distance. Very enjoyable series, 194. But in the end, it's the older side, the 1970 side, that takes it. They win it 4-3 over the 1990 Pirates. And I think it was one of the better series we've seen. Very good until the very end. And of course, as we mentioned, the oddity, the road team won every single game. So that will do it. Historical baseball matchup. Was glad to present another great series for you. We'll prepare series 195 soon. Hold your breath. We'll be right back with you. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe, everyone. We'll talk again.